He's been brilliant so far, Joey, hasn't he? When we've spoken to him after they've won games, I mean, that's the first defeat in 7 in the Championship. And very honest in that instance there, nothing too much that you can disagree with?
No, not at all. I thought he called it as it was, really. You know, you can't give away goals of that nature.
Terrible.
Against a really... Yeah, and listen, it's fair enough. And the boys will know that. You know, you don't need your gaffer coming in after a game to tell you, you know, the mistakes that were made and the way they didn't deal with certain situations. And then, as you say, not quite being at it in that first half. I thought they were really sloppy, giving the ball away at times. Credit Coventry for that. I don't think they recognised the danger or the game early enough, I've got to be honest. But second half, I thought they were fantastic. You know, again, I felt that they could come back into it once they got that first goal. But, you know, again, you know, a disappointing decision from their point of view. And I think they didn't deserve anything out of the game on a whole tonight.
Yeah, I don't think you can criticise his players though for what they have given him since he's come in. It's unbelievable. We've got 2 home games coming up now as well, a chance to get back to winning ways, and you'd expect them to do that, because even tonight, I know Coventry have done really well with the result, but if you look at Middlesbrough's performance, they had a lot of control in that game, and you feel as if they can take that forward into the upcoming games, they'll win more than they'll lose.
Is it about the reaction then, Clinton, for Middlesbrough and the players?
Yeah, it's definitely about the reaction. I think the manager spoke ever so well. He's disappointed. It's frustrating. You've got to come out straight after a game, after a defeat, and speak like that. You've got to give your honest opinion. I thought he was really honest. It's not going back to the drawing board. It's against the team who are up there with you. So it's always going to be a difficult place, and you're away from home. As I said earlier, alluded to, they've got 2 home games, which are really winnable. And now they just got to get back on that training ground, recover, and then go again for the weekend, which is a huge game against Oxford.
And the great thing is as well, you've got these 2 sides duking it out at the top. I mean, the top of the table in itself is fascinating, Joby, but given what you've seen from Coventry and Borough, I call them the 2 best teams in the Championship at the moment. Is it something that you'd agree with? Yes, the table says that as well, but on form and what both are doing?
Yeah, I'd have to probably throw Ipswich into the mix there, just in terms of the depth of their squad and the form they've been in as well. Listen, obviously a bit of a gap to make up there for them to go and get there. I think for Coventry tonight, it was seeing them back to them at their best. So we've mentioned Sakamoto, you know, Jack Rodoni, players who haven't quite been at the level, and defensively as well. So I think that performance shows me they got that in them to go and put another really good run of results together like we have done earlier in the season. Middlesbrough, no worries about whatsoever. They're a quality team. I'm expecting them to certainly get back on track as soon as possible. And then it's, for me, Ipswich, I can see giving them a bit of a problem down the stretch.
You've got to include Millwall as well. They've got 2 home games.
But yeah, it's with due respect to the potential managers that may be watching, yeah.
I mean, no, when you look at the job that Alec Neil has done at Millwall, he's strengthened in the January transfer window as well. As I said, 2 home games coming up that they will feel. Teams going to Den, it's going to be very difficult for them to leave there with any points. They're right in the mix as well.
From the point of view of the plaudits that Borough have had as well, it's well deserved, of course, isn't it, Clinton? And the style of play. The disappointment that you saw on Kim's face was one of potentially because he knows what his players are capable of, and that we've seen so much in recent weeks.
Yeah, I think he's more disappointed with his team's defending and the way they gifted Coventry the goals. I thought going forward, and Boyd alluded to it, especially in that second half, they dominated possession, and we saw the stats of them dominate. But sometimes as a team, you can dominate possession, but can you work Rushworth and can you take your chances? I don't think they did that, but I don't think they were they'll be disappointed with the results. But there's a lot of positive from Middlesbrough and Hellberg, who I think has gone in there since Rob Edwards and been first class. I was going to ask, the big question is, who do you think the top 2 will be then? Because you said Ipswich. That is a big question, isn't it? Because
well, I mean, it's your show, obviously.
No,
now.
It's David Pratten's show.
Tell me when you finish.
I'm just
and
here.
he's asked the question and answered it.
Yeah.
No, I didn't. I just said, who do you think? Who do you think? You 2. That's what I'm asking you.
Oh, I think with the points difference at the moment, you'd have to put the top 2 as the favourites, because it's going to be a lot of work to catch that up. But listen, I wouldn't rule Ipswich out. I've got to say, I just feel the squad depth that they've got.
2 games in hand as well.
Something, that
games in hand as well.
Yeah, that I can certainly see them making that up.
Chris.
I'm going to go.
Don't worry, he's looking at the table. He's not just completely zoned out.
Yeah, I'm going to go Coventry, Middlesbrough.
Okay. Clinton, you asked the original question. All the way back to you.
You know, at the beginning of the season, I said Coventry and Ipswich. I'm now starting to change my mind, and I think it might be Coventry and Middlesbrough.
Okie dokie. I'm not going to hold you to it. We know how unpredictable it is. Me? Oh, I'm not the expert. You three are the experts. It's just a joy to be here. It's just a joy to be anywhere. But again, from the start of what we've done tonight and been in and around the stadium, just reflecting once again, Joby, what the Championship is, what the EFL is, the very top end. Yes, they're in a mad scramble to get out to the Premier League. We understand that. but tonight just reaffirms what this level of football means to so many people, doesn't it?
Well, this was everything that is great about the Championship, you know, that we cover in terms of, you know, tackles flying about, the energy, the tempo to the game, and the flow to the game as well, perhaps, but also quality at the right times. You know, two good teams that want to play in the right manner. So everything was there, you know, cracking atmosphere as well in a brilliant stadium. Again, Coventry's story in terms of where they've come from, you know, to be on the cusp of potentially getting back into the Premier League after all the problems they've had. So absolutely everything rolled up tonight, and great thing for us. We've got so much more to come.
Absolutely. Cracking game in great company, chaps. It's been a pleasure to see
I might come back. We've got a title race in Scotland and a title race here as well. I'm enjoying it.
The man for all football. Don't worry about that, Kris Boyd, as ever, and Clinton Morrison. Surprisingly, maybe